you overcome the desire of staying home and doing nothing when there's so much you want to do because you don't know where to start? The most important thing before you start anything is you have to figure out what exactly you like. There's so many incredible, exciting things you can do offline, and it's just waiting for you. It's waiting for you to step outside your house. So I think you kind of just have to step outside your comfort zone and do something that excites you, that you're passionate about. What if you found your calling, but you're too scared to pursue it for financial and time reasons? So oftentimes when you want to pursue something, you have to destroy everything. Destroy your ego, destroy your doubt, destroy these things that are holding you back from building something new. If you're just taking care of yourself, you do have an advantage because you can take a lot of risk. But there's more and more people involved and more people you have to take care of. You do have to be a little more strategic and careful when planning out anything. Jobs, your career. If this is just you and you have a great idea, but you're scared to pursue it because maybe you're scared of failing, that's all on you. If you really do believe in yourself first, you can achieve anything. How should someone go about finding their calling if they can't narrow down their interest? If you have multiple interests, I think that's a plus because you can start fusioning things together. Take something a trait that you really like, an interest that you love, and remixing it into something else. Sometimes I feel like society will try and push you to focus on only one thing, but I really do believe that's such a small way of looking at things. Life already is so vast and there's so many different components and variations of what life has to offer. Why should you just choose one thing? I feel like you should just make what you want. You should choose what inspires you and then remix it in your own way and do it in a meaningful way that makes you happy, because ultimately that's what matters. Question is, I'm finishing college this year and I don't have any direction. I don't know what to do in my life. You and everyone else in this world, I think it's nice to have goals. They're aspirational. However, if you want to plan out your entire life, it's not going to leave any room for spontaneity or that magic to happen. You should look at what society is missing. Where do I go in life? What do I do? Well, let me ask you this. What's missing in life that you feel like is missing? Because ultimately, those are the three most important questions that we should ask ourselves every day. Who am I? Where am I from? And where am I going? How do you define yourself? Because once you know who you are, where you're from, then you can have a better idea on where you're going. How do I deal with the fact that I usually think only negativity? It's hard to change my thoughts to be positive. We should look at your environment. What's around you? Is there a lot of dark colors? Is there a lot of dark sounding music? Do you have a lot of negative people around you? The environment around you can really truly dictate your behavior, how you think. A lot of people who live in Seattle, sometimes they don't see a lot of the sun and they get sad. Seasonal affective disorder, sad. It's so crucial for you to build a safe environment around you. I know not all of you will have the luxury to do so because maybe your parents, or maybe they don't have money for you to build an amazing dream room, or maybe you don't have a home. Maybe you're living from place to place. If that's the case, then that's why it's so important to have good music around you. Your favorite candles, your favorite blanket that you always have with you, something that elevates you. Because if you're always surrounding yourself with negativity, you will become your environment. If you are in that environment where you just always feel sad, move, go outside more, change up the music you're listening to, something more upbeat, something more elevating, maybe even meditate. If you can change the way you think, you can change the world around you. Why do people like having more friends? Means you're more popular, like on Facebook and Instagram. I talked about this in a few previous Pillow Talks, defining what it meant to have success online. A lot of people today, and I don't know why, they really define success by how many numbers of followers and likes and thumbs up they get. Those are just numbers. It doesn't mean anything. You can have 50 million followers on Instagram or YouTube, but at the end of the day, if tomorrow Wi-Fi just shuts down, what exactly do you have? That's why the most important thing is health, family, happiness, love, shelter, food. And when I see people who care about having lots of friends on Facebook and they equate that to real friendship, well, I kind of feel sorry for them, because out of all your 5,000 friends, how many of them are actually going to show up on your birthday? Numbers of friends, numbers of likes and followers online defines absolutely nothing in real life. So Nicole Sayoko, she asked, I only have a couple of best friends and I tend to want the same attention I give them. Any advice for preparing for losing a friend? Give them this test. Have them take a test called the 5 love languages. Take the test, because then you can figure out what love language they want and what love language they give. So, for example, if you're the type of person where you know that you are loved by the person who gives you quality time, that's a language. However, if you give love differently, so you give love by touching them, hugging them, touching them, making them feel loved, that's another language too, but it's not the same as what you want to receive. So I wouldn't recommend losing that friendship. I just say, just let them try that test and see what their language is, because you might not know how they speak the love language differently than you. Thank you so much. I hope these tips and advice and my own personal experience can help you make better choices for your life and so forth. And hopefully you guys can also continue passing on the good vibes and helping as many people as you are led to. I will see you guys on the next Pillow Talk. I love you.